Welcome, Scorpio. The month of May marks the third intense month in a row for energy, and we enter the month of May with Pluto going retrograde. That's right at the start, first day. After that, we'll experience a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Venus, Mars, and Jupiter all move signs this month. Mercury will come out of retrograde and begin its path direct. The sun will move into Gemini, and we have a new moon in Taurus, so we have a lot to talk about. Hi, I'm Tilly, and this is your monthly focus for May 2023. By the end of this video, you should be able to harness your energy, the energy around you, to bring in success in your life, in your path forward. And just to let you know, these readings can be applied for your sun, your moon, and your rising signs. Now, the sun represents us, our ego, our motivations. The moon is our emotion, our feelings. And the rising sign is, well, it's the energy that we put out into the world. So if you don't know your moon or rising sign, simply go to my website, tilly.today, and click Astro Reports. Under that heading, you'll want to click Free Simplified Natal Report. Put in your info, hit submit. It's a totally free natal chart that's all yours and yours alone. And it will supply you with all of this information and more. So let's first look at the planets, their movement, and what it means for you. On May 1st, Pluto goes stationary retrograde. Now, Pluto has been going forward and moved into the sign of Aquarius, and it has just kind of snuck in. We get a sneak peek of what the energy is going to be like, and now it is going retrograde, so it's going back into Capricorn. It's going to finish up some stuff there, but in 2024 it returns here to be here till 2044. So this is a part of your life that you want to journal, you want to take notes, you want to be able to look back at some of the things, because you'll be going over this energy again. You'll already recognize a lot of it. For you personally, it is about home and family. It's about building safety, security. So you could be moving, you could be, it's so much more than that though. When it comes to home and family, it's where you get your power from. So it's making your home that place that is your castle, or perhaps your cave, right? Somewhere where you can go and you can completely be yourself, and there's harmony and peace and beauty and love around you. It's bringing people in. Now, when we talk about home and family, I do include things like the work family or the community family, because sometimes we spend more time with them than our actually families, and we build those bonds, whether it's a parent and a child, or siblings, or whatever it may be. And you've walked over some parts of what you want to have in your environment, in your home, in your family, and how you are going to make it a safe place. You'll be going back over this now, because I love Pluto retrograde, because what happens is Pluto is our empowerment, and Pluto is our warrior, and Pluto wants us to go forward and will drive us forward at all costs. And sometimes we're moving so quickly that it's almost like we got blinders on. We didn't see half of the experiences that we should have, or we didn't get all the information we should have. So when the planet goes back over, we tap into it to a deeper level, deeper understanding. And we're making up our minds of how we want to go forward in family, how we want to go forward within our homes. May 5th, full moon lunar eclipse in your sign. So if this isn't a time for great closure in your life, completion in your life, healing in your life, this energy will last for the next 6 months. So it's not like you just got to go out there and you got to start healing today, but you can take your time. You can go with the process. Maybe you'll join a support group of some sort, so that you can talk through your emotions over the next several months and really heal. Really, no scars remain. It's in the past, and you're stronger and better for it. On May the 7th, Venus enters Cancer For you, that is adventure, that is travel, that is seeking knowledge, wisdom. And so, it's the things you love. This is where you will be focusing. If there's a country that you'll love, you will start to make those plans to get there somehow. That you want to go back, that you want to revisit. If it's certain ideas, or maybe you've always been fascinated with the brain, this is a time when that information, there just can't be enough of it for you to grow your wisdom, to grow your wisdom, your foundation of knowledge in certain areas. On May 15th, Mercury will go stationary direct. So if you've been having problems within relationships, especially trying to speak from the heart, or they're trying to speak from the heart, or you're kind of clashing in different ways, know that the path will be a lot easier going forward. And hopefully you've taken some notes, maybe just mentally, but you've taken some notes of what the relationship needs in order to be stronger, in order to grow it deeper, to make it more lasting. On May 16th, Jupiter will leave Aries and go into Taurus. Now, we also have the new moon on May 19th in Taurus at 28 degrees. So that's 2 plus 8 is a 10, which is a lucky number. 1 plus 0 is a 1. So it's that independent strength comes into us under this new moon. And Jupiter is there, offering expansion, good luck, beauty, happiness, abundance. So for you, your relationships are at the center of the stage here. What relationships are you in? How do they work with you? How do they work against you? How do they raise you up? How do they pull you down? Where do you want to deepen relationships? Where do you maybe need to end a relationship? Although endings isn't really the theme here, usually when we're adding new people into our lives, some trail away at the same time. So it is all about your relationships. If you're not in a relationship, maybe it's discovering what you want truly in a relationship and putting that out to the universe so that somebody can come into your existence. But it's definitely the expansion. And it's not just love relationships, it's best friends, it's your inner circle that we're talking about, the people you love completely. Oh yeah, May 21st, right? The sun will go into Gemini. So we have all that happening. The sun in Gemini for you now, that's really going to put a spotlight on the things that you need to end and the new things you need to step into. It's going to put a spotlight on, the things that need to end in your life. Absolutely. Also, getting in touch with the mystic inside of you, strengthening that magic, the talents, the abilities. It's about transformation. It's about digging for the truth, understanding it at its core, not accepting any kind of gray area when it comes to the completion of something or the beginning of something in your life. Okay, let's go to the cards. See what they have to tell us, because they'll give us some more information here. Most definitely. Okay, our shadow card for the month is, look at this, the Fool. Talk about the expectation of new beginnings in your life. And this says you're really ready to go on these explorations, on these travels, into these opportunities. Now, maybe there's some stuff you need to leave behind because we pack light as the Fool. We pack extremely light. We got our hobo backpack there and our faithful dog, our faithful companion with us. And that's about it. We know that on our path, the things will be provided that we need in its own divine timing as we need them, right? So don't worry so much about what's going to happen in step 4, or step 44, or step 92, or 128. Don't worry about those steps. It's just about taking a step, enjoying the moment, being in the moment, being excited and full of passion for where you want to go, building up some kind of momentum for yourself, enthusiasm, some kind of drive pushing you. But it's all about the Fool. It's all about the new beginnings, the new starts for you. So there is a lot of energy for you about closure, but there is also even more energy about the new experiences. Our first card is the Seven of Pentacles, but we have to ask ourselves, where is our focus? Where's our focus? Is it on the things that we need to put them on, or is it on something else completely? Sometimes we'll go and help friends with their problems and avoid our problems. And we can justify it because we were helping somebody else. Sometimes we keep pushing things to the back burner. The things that we know that we need to pay attention to. Because the here and now directs us for something different, tries to pull our focus, our attention. Remember that when you are creating your path forward, okay? And I truly believe the universe is behind the scenes putting it all together for you. You're looking this way, and the universe is working hard to create those steps for you so that it goes smoothly, so that you get information in, so that you grow abundance in your life, or happiness, or love. But then something grabs your attention, and all of a sudden you're here, and you're looking this way. And so the universe switches to what? Your focus. And that slowly deteriorates because nobody's watching that anymore. And then you hop over here again. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be on focus. So it's supposed to, the more you can make a small commitment to yourself for 5 minutes a day, or 10 minutes a day, or 20 minutes a day, or on this day, whatever it might be for you, and how you can work it into your schedule. If you want to write a book, okay, allow yourself for 1 page a day. I'm going to take 20 minutes. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to write a single page. Because by the end of the year, if you keep that habit, you have a book with 365 pages in it. So break it down into smaller steps, absolutely. But keep your focus at some point each day on your dreams, on your goals, on where you want to step forward. The Death card is next. So what do we need to give up? What do we need to leave in the past? Well, the things that hold us down, the things that burden us, the things that have made us kind of crawl into a cave of our own. We've made it with this cape, this shawl, this blanket. We're holding it over us so nobody really notices us, so that they stay away from us. We have that sword there protecting us, and our inner child sits right there. And kind of, it looks sad. It's like, come on. There's so much beauty in the world. There's so much love in the world. There's so many incredible, awe-inspiring moments to be had. And here we sat, all cloaked and just ready for the next attack. Rather than opening up ourselves, rather than allowing ourselves to emerge with a sense of freedom, with a sense of liberation, and walking our steps with that feeling. So it could be habits, situations that you're trying to get rid of. Also, something could come in here to kind of throw you off your game a little bit and kind of shake you up and shake everything up, so that maybe that cloak just has to fall off because you have to re-enter a certain part of your life in a certain way. You have to be strong, or you have to be confident. And so something could happen to jar you into that motion as well. It's always an easier path when we decide to do it on our own terms. The Four of Wands. So marriage, celebration, dedication. So if you are working towards something on your own, take the time to reward yourself, no matter how small the step. If you're working with somebody else, then celebrate those moments together. Now here we are. We got a long way to go, right? We got 4 posts in the ground, and we hung up a little bit of garland, but we're celebrating it. We're celebrating that we got those 4 posts in the ground, that now we have structure. Now we have something to build upon and around and up. And so we need to stop and celebrate those little moments. We can't just take it for granted that we got to that spot. Now what's the next step? We have to pause. We have to reflect. We have to be in the moment, and we have to seek the joy in that moment. Now, this is when partnerships can form, marriage proposals happen. Maybe somebody asks you to move in. It's that kind of energy. It's taking maybe a relationship to the next level, but it could be just taking that idea to the next level as well. Okay, work and career. What does it say for us? Oh my goodness, the 3 of Swords comes out. The 3 of Swords, work and career. I'm going to pull 2 more cards for clarification on this one. We have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the High Priestess. So do you know what this tells me? This tells me if you're not really walking your path of destiny, if you don't really feel like this is a passion in your life, whatever you do, okay? And now it could be for that paycheck, but it could also be for your own stature within the community, within the family, the representation of who you are in this world. And from what I can see here is that in some ways we're not happy, or it's not the right place to be at, or maybe even if it is your passion, it's somehow stalled out in some way. That you're really not experiencing the happiness, the joy that you envisioned upon taking this job, taking this position, taking this promotion, starting that business. And so we get to this point here where we want to just throw in the towel. Just forget it. It's not working. We don't want to work on it. We don't want to mend on it. We may leave it scarred forever. We just don't even want to heal. We are so fed up with what's happening, how it's working out, where you thought you would be to where you are today. Now, you sit on the door, or you sit on the threshold to the door of abundance. What's behind that door for you? So it's a card that says you might feel like giving up, but this is not the time, because you are so close to just exploding through that glass ceiling and stepping into who you are and your passions and your dream and your desire. So what's behind that door for you, and how do you get there? How do you get there? You get there by sitting in quiet contemplation, recognizing your inner talents, abilities, the magic within you, the person you are, what you bring to the table. And you raise your confidence level to, I can do this and I've got this. So maybe you've wanted a promotion. Now, it is Mercury retrograde for the first half of the month. I wouldn't suggest going in and demanding a promotion or anything. But I think this is more of a time to think things through, because we get the meditation more of going within and really understanding who we are and who we are becoming. So I think that if you do the work now, when Venus moves, I'm not sure when Venus will move, because Venus is moving into Cancer right now. But when it moves signs, it will all be about work and career. So I would highly recommend you start sitting there and saying, okay, what do I want to do for the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years of my life? What do I want to do? What would fill me with passion? What are my talents? What are my abilities? And just do an overall stock of who you are, where you're at within work and career, and where you want to be. And I think once Venus moves into Leo, things will change. You've given it thought. You'll know how to move forward. You'll love what you're doing. So it could be that you have a one-on-one with your boss. It could be that you open up your own business. It could be that you've worked things out in your current location because it was a great job, but it's not so great right now. You see where you want to start your own business, or you want to join with others to go in that way, or you want that promotion maybe once Venus moves out of Cancer and into Leo, which will probably be next month. I think we will be embracing a lot of opportunities if you put in the work now to really think it through of what you want. Now, there might be some of you that work is just, you're loving every minute of it, but for the majority of you, there's some kind of pain about it. There's some kind of, I'm not where I should be, or I'm not, and that could be the environment itself, or, your title, or being on your own and independent in the business world, or, maybe you're an accountant, but you've always wanted to be a stand-up comedian. So this is the time that you start to work out the plan of, how do I become that comedian? How do I step into that? How do I make that my new identity? And you have weeks to go over this. And there is a lot of beautiful energy for, what do I have to quit? What do I have to surrender to? What do I have to leave behind? And what is the new opportunity that I'm stepping into? Why am I closing the doors here? Because I want to open this one. Okay, love and relationships, the Tower card, my goodness. And there is a lot of energy with relationships, and a lot of strong energy. So I shouldn't be surprised that you would get something like the Tower energy when it comes to your relationships, because we have the new moon happening there, and we have Jupiter moving into there. And so, yeah, we're breaking through the glass ceiling. We are breaking through this glass ceiling now. With the Tower card, it's about awakenings. The Tower card is also something that kind of takes something away from you, or it's almost like there's an earthquake, and part of your life just gets split over there, and you can't get to it no matter how hard you try. And it's supposed to happen because it wants you in the universe, God, your angels, your spirit, they want you in a certain position so that you can go forward. And this is keeping you stuck. Even if you do not believe that this is keeping you stuck, they know better. They know it's keeping you stuck. So they remove it. And sometimes it takes so long before we look back and we go, oh, now I get it. Now I understand. So this is about breaking through the glass ceiling. If you didn't think you could find happiness, you will find happiness. If you didn't think that you could mend the relationship or put that spark back into the relationship, yes, you can. It's thinking outside the box. It's trying new things. It is elevating your own path through love, through connecting with people and connecting hearts. Now, how do I use my spirituality? Well, it's the Ace of Swords. Oh my gosh. You've got to start writing things down, okay? You're going to have aha moments. You're going to have epiphanies of how to do exactly what it is you want to do going forward. So start writing it down, start affirming it, but the idea comes in. It hits you in some way. A light bulb goes off, the lightning strikes, whatever it may be for you. But you get that epiphany, you get that aha moment, that wow moment where everything changed. And you want to write it down, because even though you say, oh, I'm going to think about that even more when I get home tonight, by the time you got home, So much has happened in our lives, we forget about it. And that might pop up in 3 or 4 days again. It might not. So you want to write these things down, or you want to put a little text in your phone somehow. Make a note so that you revisit and pay attention to that aha moment. Because that aha moment is the secret of how you go forward with success. Health and well-being. We have the Eight of Cups. Maybe some of the things that you like to do aren't so great and aren't so healthy, but you really don't want to give them up, but you must. In order for you to go forward into a healthier lifestyle, there are some things in your life that you need to let go of. You need to release. And they're probably things you like to do. You know, I was a smoker for years, and my thing was I liked smoking. I liked smoking. Now it turns out I didn't like smoking, but I convinced myself that I liked smoking, and that's why I smoked. And I did that for several years. It wasn't until, I was in a job placement where if you didn't smoke, you didn't get a break because nobody offered you one. And I mean, you could say I could take a break, but what am I going to do? I'm going to sit there for 15 minutes and watch everybody else. So I would smoke and I only smoked at work. I even left my pack of cigarettes at the place so that I could go outside. I could, take a breath of fresh air while I was inhaling the cigarette. But it didn't seem, and then the day I left that place is the day I didn't have to smoke anymore. It was my excuse at the time, but it wasn't a healthy lifestyle. The doctor told me it wasn't a healthy lifestyle. He says, I'm going to see you every year at this time until you quit because your body is doing its very best, but it can't compete with what you're doing. Or maybe it's drinking. Or maybe you're just not getting enough sleep. Maybe you're having too much fun and you need to ground yourself. Maybe you're working too hard and you're just taking home stress after stress after stress, trying to get it all accomplished. Whatever it may be. We will get a Nature's Whispers card here. And we have adventure. Of course, adventure. Absolutely adventure. So, I mean, where was the adventure for you? Oh, it's it's definitely going on travel and opportunity and your growing your knowledge on the things that you already have a passion for and love, or maybe something brand new that you grow a passion towards. But we have adventure 30. Now the 30 energy is celebration, it's fun, it's excitement, okay? So it's a good number to have here. So I see a lot of happiness and beauty that you can create in your life going forward. Absolutely. It's an excellent time to take a short jaunt anywhere that inspires you. If you enjoy horseback riding, riding a bike, create the opportunity to do this. Just get outdoors and travel. It will help you break out of your routine. It may also expose you to a different outlook, a new opportunity. You are really going to feel so much better after taking a break. There is no feeling quite like having the wind blow through your hair or the sun on your back. So get ready to go on that adventure. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.